boy Turbo Lag Enthusiast on Instagram, or your favorite voice actor.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! I look pretty good in here, I will say. Welcome. This is the channel Turbo Lag Enthusiast. I'm your host Ray, and today we have a vehicle behind us that kind of represents the channel's beginning and premiere. So this vehicle, just like this channel, it shows that we have to get our feet wet in order to get better and better things. And what better vehicle to represent that, and about life too, with this beautiful 2012 Honda Accord EXL. Now, we're gonna dive in together, but please tune in, subscribe, comment, like, share the video, as we're gonna do more POV rants, more POV car reviews, regular car reviews, and car reviews of both POV and normalcy like this. Once again, this is Turbo Lag Enthusiast. I'm your host Ray, and we're gonna dive in and explore this Honda Accord. One thing I've noticed with this Accord, when I picked it up, it's a very big coupe. It's 191 inches in length. Convert that to feet, that's a little over 15 feet. Now you're probably wondering, Ray, how big is the sedan version? It gotta be at least 10 inches longer than that. No, honestly, it's only 3 inches longer. Now, depending how you like your coupes, that can be good or bad. Me, I stand about 6'3". I love it. I love it. It feels like a four-door sedan to me. I feel as if I can still put some suitcases maybe in the back, some very small ones, and still leave the trunk with some big suitcases. And I like that. I definitely do. Let's walk around this beautiful Accord. It's in basically gunmetal gray, or maybe steel if you prefer to say. It's not hard to clean itself. It is not hard to keep clean. Very neutral. A lot of people love neutral colors. They blend in, they don't stand out. And let's go ahead, let's dive inside and see what fun treats we have in this great Halloween. Alright, so we're gonna make our way inside and we're gonna see my true view. So yeah, this is what I view when I get in every vehicle. This is my view. Now, I love the clean look up. It's 2012, you're not gonna expect anything like Bluetooth, anything special like that, really. Well, I will say, let me dig the keys out of here. Still a key start. Not a push start yet. I like the startup, it's pretty confident in my opinion. But the speakers, we can start with that. The speakers, they're not a crisp quality like maybe a Mercedes, of course. But they're very loud. I like it. I like it, especially when we get to the price point a little later. It has cruise control, we have control buttons from the steering wheel, change our modes, channel, phone calls, good stuff, traction control. I like our instrument gauge. It's very Honda-esque. I love it, like I said. Now the door pocket right here is huge. But of course this is a coupe, so I gotta put most of my things right here anyway, or sit right next to me. And there's a fun feature about that I'll get to a little later. Got little pockets in the back right there. Got a little armrest, cup holders. It's automatic. This version is automatic, unfortunately. I got the 4-cylinder. I'll get into that a little later as well. And to change gears, I actually have to pull this back. There's a lever that I gotta pull back and pull this lever back as well. For me, that kind of would be a con. I didn't like it at first, but now I'm used to it. Nice space. You have these masks here, it's 2020. And you have additional space here, but the cigarette light is not in either or pocket. It's actually in the armrest right here, as you can see, my aux cord. Speakers right here. No. JBLs, no Bose, just normal speakers. And we have our vents. I love this song, by the way. But we have our vents right here. There's no heating, no ventilated seats. This is leather, so you don't have to worry about coming in the wintertime and your butt's freezing off, or coming in the summertime and your butt is burning. You don't have to worry about that with this leather. But let's see, the AC play. Let's just go straight to the face. The AC, it kicks out okay. I've seen worse, I've seen way better. But let's go ahead and see how much room we have in the back seat. So now we're gonna make it to the back. This is where the fun begins. As I stated, I'm 6'3", and the way my build is, I'm a little skinny. I have more leg length than body, so my legs are always an issue. And we're gonna see how good I fit when it comes to the back seat. A fly keeps getting in my face, I apologize. So you just pull that lever back there, and it goes up all the way. Let's see how we make it. I mean, this isn't bad if no one's sitting in front of me. If no one's sitting in front of me and I'm allowed to just like keep this, I think I can make it. Now, let's pull you back. Oh, okay. This is where, oh, my knees. Let's put this down a little bit. I want you to see my knees. Yeah, my knees, I already feel it. This isn't too bad still. As I stated, this is not too bad. I could probably do this for maybe an hour max. But I stated earlier, this is a very big coupe, and this really stays as a big coupe. I've been in only other coupe I've been inside in the back was a Acura RSX a couple years ago. That was a horrible ride. And that was like only 30 minutes max. This, I could probably do about an hour. As you see, we have the cup holder right here. Pockets in the back. There's no vents back here. Unfortunately, you're gonna burn. And also said by accident, these seats are leather. They are not the suede. So yeah, no heating, no ventilated seats. See my beautiful Adidas bag right there. And I forgot to state how we do have a sunroof up here, and it works just fine. So I love that. I love me a good sunroof. So let's find these cup holders back here. So to escape, I'm gonna pull this lever down here. Well, push it down. Then we're gonna try our best to leap. I don't know if you noticed, but the car's been on the whole time. It was very quiet when humming, like when sitting still, it's very quiet. The idle's beautiful. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna make our way to the engine, and we're gonna get to the fun stuff. All right, now we have the hood popped. Let's talk about some engine specs. What we have in front of us is a dual overhead cam, 2.4 liter, inline 4, 190 horsepower, and that's max 7,000 RPM. 161 horsepower, max for that is 4,400 RPM. You know, nothing too special about the engine. It's natural. There's no turbos, no superchargers, nothing like that. It's just a Honda Accord. You know, don't be, you know, you want more power, you want more torque, and you got to upgrade to the V6. Automatic, okay, sure. Manual, yeah, there's a lot more bang for your buck. Now this engine bay is not crazy at all, unlike Lexus and a lot of luxury Japanese companies where it's just one plastic thing. And it is a cleaner aesthetic. It's just clean, especially for someone that does not know anything about engines. Real great look. But for someone who just wants to modify the engine or have to repair and replace components, having this at your disposal at any time is really great. It's really great. But yeah, this is a great point A to point B engine, point B to point B engine as well. Well, point B to point C, my apologies. You know, that's great. This is great. Now, let's get to the driving portion and let's feel them horses. Alright, so now we're gonna take a drive in this beautiful thing. So 190 horsepower. You know, max power comes at 7,000 RPM, 161 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. Inline 4. You know, nothing to shab at. Nothing to shab at. You know, you get 22 miles in the city, 33 miles on the highway for a combined 26 mpg. Now, with those stats, this is a great beginner vehicle. Like, this is a great vehicle for someone who's trying to learn how to drive. And the MSRP, when this was originally released, it was $27,000. Well, a little over $27,000. Would I have paid that much for this? No. I mean, it's fun. It's a big coupe. I like it. But, no. Oh, yeah. So I had to put the seat further back. Like I said, my legs are kind of long. I forgot to say this. Leg room in the front, 42 inches. Leg room in the back max is 33. It's not bad at all. But we're gonna go around these roundabouts right here to see how she can handle a curve. There's not too much road noise outside. Not the best, not the worst. I'm behind a student driver. That was me a couple years ago. That was a lot of us a couple years ago. She handles pretty well. She weighs about, well, she weighs a little over 3,300 pounds, which the vehicle I can compare that to is Infiniti G35. I had one a couple years ago. I know that weighs 3,400. Which one do I feel like weighs more driving wise? I'll say this car. This car feels kind of heavy. Mind you, I'm talking about the G35 sedan, not even the coupe, the sedan. And this feels a little heavier. You know, front wheel drive, all the power weight ratios towards the front. What I'm gonna hop on the interstate pretty soon and get this car a little boost. And then I'll do this car from a dig, of course. Now, speaking of pricing, like I said, the MSRP was a little over $27,000. For what I saw around the country on Edmunds.com, for a decently used one, mileage-wise, 87,000 miles, you're looking to pay around $11,000. I found one example that had 8,000 miles, very clean, white. That was $15,000. You know, these cars have great value. Very, very great value. Would I pay $15,000 for this? 8,000 miles? Yeah, definitely. I would try to look more towards the V6 because I like power myself. Yeah, lower gas mileage. So due to the traffic that we experienced earlier, I wasn't able to truly gun it like I wanted to, and also I couldn't get it from a dig. So we're gonna do a POV, and we're gonna really see what it's like to drive like me. So I gotta adjust the seat just a little more. I like my back arched like that. Alrighty, let's get the party started again. What's coming? I want to see the road noise. You know, the Toyota Supra. Just to get off topic, the Toyota Supra. I heard for at least the 2019 and 2018 versions, the road noise that you experience with the windows down was really bad. Really, really bad. Like almost unbearable. And me, I don't like to use the AC. I'm not an AC person. I like to have my windows down. I want to experience nature. I want to experience the wind hitting me, the natural heat or coldness smack me. And I'm still a firm believer in a disproven theory that your AC uses up gas. I'm still a believer in that, unfortunately. Yeah, I just see that speed bump. The car, I could feel all of the speed bump. Now, for anybody that has a family and think about getting this vehicle can fit 2 car seats in the back. That's how much room I had in the back seat. And it can fit children just fine. It can fit 2 adults, depending on their size, fine as well. But this car, through those couple of years where you're trying to get you and your family established, this car is great. I have more room in that back seat than I did in some sedans that I've been in. I have more room in this vehicle than some crossovers I've been in. Like a Mitsubishi Outlander 2015, for example. That car, I drove that a lot of times. That car made my knees hurt after 30 minutes. This car, I can drive this car forever. For someone that's taller, on the taller side like me, you'll be just fine. For someone that's a little shorter, you'll be better than fine. You have extra room. And my seat's all the way back. Even when it wasn't back for like maybe 1 minute to 2 minutes, I still had a lot of room. And the tilt is telescopic, so you can move it with a little lever down here. Now, for someone that's wider, this car is a little tighter. No racing seats, no Recaros, thank goodness. But for someone that might be a little on the wider side, might squeeze you a little bit, depending how you're built. Overall, this is a comfortable car. Very comfortable. Alright, let's put her up. And the gas mileage is so great. I've been on the road for 22 miles total so far, and the gas here has not moved an inch. Not at all. I know it's not full, but it still says it's full. So let's go over here and get this car going. The curves are interesting. Front wheel drive, not my favorite drive, but hey, I still feel planted. Oh, look at that beautiful traffic up there. Now we're about to make our way to an intersection. I can really see this car from a dig, basically. I never discussed this portion, and my apologies. The headroom is tremendous. I still have a lot of headroom. I honestly love this car. You know, I would love it as a second vehicle for me. Okay, here we go. We're going. We're pushing. We're getting there. That took us a little bit of time. I'll say that's probably around the 8-second mark. Not a flat 8 seconds. Let's say 8 second zone. Now, how was it? From a roll? Not much better. Not much better. 161 pound-feet. Big vehicle, front-wheel drive. Natural at that. Don't expect much. Now, what I would love to drive is the V6 EX. There's some dope costumes over there. I would love to try the manual V6. I want to see how that baby sounds. I know everything's gonna be the same about it, probably interior wise, exterior, but that engine, that is the golden ticket to our chocolate factory. So nicely. I feel so good. Alright, I'll see you guys shortly. Okay. So, you just see me step out the car. That was a little interesting. But that's the only flaw, that's my main flaw about this vehicle. It's 56 inches off the ground. I know that sounds like a lot. For someone with bad knees or with bad hips, you're not gonna like getting in and out this vehicle. For someone who's a little taller like myself, I don't like getting in and out the vehicle. But I love the load. I think it suits it pretty nicely, So this car is great for high schoolers. It's great for college students, great for beginning families. You have a lot of room inside a big coupe. Yeah, it gets 2 or even 1 less gas per gallon than the sedan. Yeah, it's smaller than the sedan. I mean, what's the point when I get the sedan? The point is the silhouette of this vehicle, in my opinion, looks a lot better. It looks a lot cleaner. Not a lot of panel gap. Especially for coupe, panel gap, it's a hard issue. Panel gap is so bad for coupe, but this is beautiful. 8 years, 2 generations later, this car still looks really modern. It's beautiful. Trunk could be bigger. Back seats, you can have a couple groceries back there. You can have people ride there comfortably, especially if they're not too tall, not too big. They can sit there in this car. I would get this car, definitely. This car is well worth it. And it's reliable, so for the 8,000 mile model that I found, for it to be 15,000, it's not a steal, but it's a great deal. You get verified reliability, still modern enough technology where it's not gonna break on you, but it's still up to date somewhat. And you get the almighty key still, I do miss having a key. Push start, I love it, but the key is just something about turning the key and just going. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with us. This has been a Turbo Lag review. I'm your boy Ray. If you could like, subscribe, share the video among friends, family, and fellow enthusiasts, that'd be great. This was not the car that I planned on getting for the first premiere video. But hey, just like life, sometimes you just have to go with the punches. When life gives you lemons, you make some lemonade, basically. But I'm your boy Ray, and we'll see you in the next review.